What's going on, everybody? Gustav the 13th here with another look at another suit, because we are in the pre-anniversary for 2024, and this is the week of June. It is June 27th, where we got the full armor unicorn over here on console. So right out of the bat, we got priority 2 because it is general. When you look at some of the stuff that it has, it really should have been a support. It feels like it might have originally been considered one, and then they just kind of backed out because, you know, I don't know. I feel like it's a bit of a mix. Part of me wants to say that, like, they don't tend to get a lot for 4-star supports. And I don't know, the way that this works isn't too bad. Well, we're gonna get into that a little bit more here in a second. So priority 2, it has space compatibility. It does have the ability to field on both ground and space. Also, I'm gonna do my buttons real quick because I'm gonna be checking this out in a moment. So this is something right out of the gate that I've been thinking about, and we're gonna get into this a little bit later in terms of how it should work and how I've been trying to run this. Because as you can see, there's a ton of weapons on this thing, an absurd amount, a stupid amount. Pretty much just the whole thing is filled in terms of quick swaps. But it has its own version of the B Magnum. It has the Saber single melee here. No Tafa or anything crazy for the transformation. But quite a few weapons here. We got the Hyper Bazookas times 2. We got Beam Gatlings times 4. And this actually does have a different mode. So in the single configuration, it's pretty much just, you know, fisting one out. You're just spraying people down. If you hit a special thing here with the reload, as it says, temporarily alters the weapon's performance. The heat gauge consumption is halted during attacks. And it's just a big straight up gauge. And as long as that gauge is ticking down, you can just keep firing. Now, when you're in that mode, you're bringing out both of them and you are commit stancing. One of the very few weapons in this kit that actually makes you do so, by the way, which is interesting. And then we also have grenade launchers, incendiary. We have anti-ship missile launchers, which actually these track. So you're doing some Stark Jagan action a little bit here. And then you have chain explosions that you can fire on the move. So there's a lot going on with this suit. The Vulcans, the Mark III, not bad. But compared to everything else, you're probably not going to run them too much, but it is nice because here's the thing. None of these other weapons in the way that they work can be fired on the move. This is the only thing. So you're doing a lot of neutral movement in this suit. Definitely something to keep in mind, especially when your main gun has a focus required. It is 0.8. It's less than a second, but still. Moving on, then we have our stats and our skills. Let us go down to skills first here, or not skills. The stats first. We have 21k health. Ballistic resistance is 29, beam resistance is 31, melee resistance is 18, range strength is 35, melee strength is 25, movement speed is 130, top speed is 225, thruster gauge is 75, and turning speed is 75. Moving on then to the part slots, we have 16, 18, and 19 for close, medium, and long. And we have a pretty decent laundry list of skills going on here. So we have emergency evasion system 2 right out of the gate, so you can roll twice. Optimized cooling efficiency, so initial consumption of 20% for the decrease, not bad. Anti-blast stabilizer, thank goodness. Explosive reactive armor as well, which this seems like a big middle finger to the to the Banshee Norn a little bit. And Flight Control Program 3, High Performance Radar level 2, High Spec Ambec level 2, Force Injector level 3, Maneuver Armor level 1, Special Back Add-on Buffer level 3, Special Leg Buffer level 3, so this is for 30% on the back and 25% on the legs. Now we start getting into the nitty gritty, and we talked about this a little bit in our streams when we were looking at the trailer and the dev letter video. So we have Resonance, NTD Resonance as an ability boost, press and touchpad when at 70% or below to activate the skill. Pretty much a lot of the general NTD stuff. And when we get into some of the extras, so ranged ammo and heat gauges are fully recovered as soon as the skill is activated, and attack power is boosted for the duration of the skill. When activated, NTD skills become usable for friendly units. within range. And if any NTD is already in effect, time till awaken occurs is reduced. So here's a good thing. This is something I was kind of wondering when they first talked about this. Just because you bump this in front of a neutral suit before they pop NTD does not mean that they suddenly do the animation and everything else. It's not disruptive. They just get the option to do it sooner before they lose enough health in order to hit that threshold. So that's good. It seems kind of like a no shit thing, but like, you never know, right? So I was very curious to see if they were actually gonna like fuck that up or whatever. But activate with touchpad once the NTD ability boost has been active for a set period. Immediately fully recovers HP for all parts, ranged weapon ammo, and heat gauges. When reducing the HP of an enemy mobile suit with a melee weapon, HP is also recovered for the unit and all of its parts. Also, damage dealt to favorable category enemies goes up, and side equipment jamming is negated. So very much like the Norn running around here. The big thing with this being that you're not going to be doing as much damage with that as you would be with the Norn, but you know what, that's fine. It still encourages you to go in with your downswings in order to try to get some of that health back. High performance counter program. So you do have at 50% you get a special counter. Melee composite system uses a melee attack or tackle to cancel the hard landings after jump or high speed movement. Allows for times 2 for a 2-attack melee combo. Damage is reduced during combo attacks. And then we have the shield gatling special defense system. When shields on both arms are attacked, damage taken is reduced by 30, and if hit by a ranged beam attack, damage and reaction are further reduced. So yeah, eye fields on these are pretty thick. Not bad. Especially because once again, we're talking about a suit that's going to be doing a lot of its damage while moving neutrally, so walking around. Let us look at the enhancement list then. So we got +1 to range, +1 to anti-beam, plus 100 to unit HP, and at the very ass end, we have our complex expansion slot level 1. I feel like that if you're gonna put it at the end, and if you're gonna make it that expensive on a 4-star suit, put that higher. Don't let it just be level 1. That seems silly to me. But we also, for our unlockables, have +5 the range strength, which would bump it up to a flat 40, and reduces range damage for mobile suit HP by 5% when toppled. So emergency range defense system. Not bad. This thing probably will be prone to getting knocked around a lot because, you know, it has to keep still, or not really keep still, but just keep regular movement going in order to do most of its damage. And the big answer for a lot of people so far has been just to run like shenanigans and other things that have a decent amount of melee range, kind of like this goober and a couple other things that might be a little bit safer to run, and just thwack it. Literally just closing the gap, because it has a lot of accumulation, but it doesn't really have enough. And you'll see it in some of the matches, some of the match stuff that we put in there. But for now, we're gonna check out a different map while we do the practice round for this video. A lot of the maps, as of this update, have actually gotten changed. Colony, among some others, was one, but Mountain, for I want to say the 4th or 5th time, has also been adjusted. So usual stuff. In fact, I wonder. Yeah, that actually did hit both of them, but it also hit both of their shields. That's for the beam magnum. This is just so you can cancel this, by the way, if you hit it fast enough. You can just do the 2, but it does want to do a salvo of 2, so times 4. Which honestly, do it if you can, because that's a lot. That's a lot of accumulation really fast. The double beam. As you notice, or no, I guess you wouldn't, because my head, it says standby on this. My big head's in the way. I'm very sorry. Can I actually just grab myself? I don't think so. Here, come here. Come here. There I go. So when you hit this, it actually does a double. Now, one thing that might be a little bit hard to convey here, I'm going to try to do it from here. Is that it actually, and I'll just say it, you do actually get a piercing effect with that, and as you saw, it is a commit stance. The incendiary tick on this is actually not bad. It's 450 per tick, and it ticks for a hot minute, and this did come with that special incendiary part, which puts it up to like 550 or something crazy like that when I had it on initially. So that's pretty nice. One other thing is the double missile launcher. So they're guidable. They pretty much throws them all out. Oh, that's gonna count as fucking. I want to show you guys at least a little bit of how much health do you have. Nullify damage. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Oh wait. I thought I nullified. Hello? Oh, for me. I'm stupid. That's the wrong one. Disable enemy destruction. There we go. Let's try it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Is it actually not doing it or what? 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Now, 24 or so for that. Obviously, keep in mind that this thing fires really fast. And it does alternate on these. Not too bad. I think we've had the Mark IIIs on some other things Vulcan-wise before, but we'll still do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So 17 or so for that. Once again, like I said before, this is the only weapon that you can really move around with while firing. Technically, once you get a couple of these out, it will do it. But for the most part, you're definitely more so just left with having to just find a good spot to either bit this out fast, which I wonder if people put charge rings on these just to make it even faster. Because I feel like one of the ones that I ran into definitely did that because it came out really quick. One thing I want to show real quick. Everything going back up to this. Like, it's not bad in terms of overall stuff. And then once the awakening happens, we'll do stuff for the thing and whatever. That is the one thing. Like, unless you have someone else popping the awakening around you and all that stuff, you can't really induce that here because it's not health based. But like, as you can see, a little bit extra. In fact, that might be what's... So someone was mentioning earlier that or that there was a bug, that something wasn't quite working the right way. Hold on. Type advantage damage is actually kind of gross. But yeah, it seems like... And maybe it was because it was a specific weapon before, but it doesn't seem to be doing any regen for that when we're in this mode or the other mode. So that might actually be something that's not quite working right. Now that being said, again, like we were doing before, this is a setup where it's nice that that's a possibility, but it's not really going to be what you're primarily doing with this suit. And it goes a better view of the piercing for that as well. But it is nice that it actually has a decent amount of reach on that. Let's start just throwing stuff here. Now, the nice thing about this compared to other versions that tend to have other things going on with their NTD and their awakening is that really the main gimmick for the NTD is just cooldown efficiency, popping and helping other people get to their modes and things like that. It doesn't really hold back any weapons from your situation or anything like that. That is all... Whatever what you see is what you get in this regard. From the get-go. So that's nice. I actually like that. And as you can see, it does do a decent amount of damage, but you gotta do a little bit of a lot on the double Zooks. Not bad for that. You would hope that these would be a little bit more of a takedown, and the shoulder or the Stark Jacob missiles pretty much are not too bad for that. Let's see. So here's the thing. You can do piercing with this as well, which is pretty nice. I don't think that can really fudge it, but like, yeah, because that pierces, you can pretty much just fuck this entire inside bit. So if there's anyone there, that's a pretty fast solution. Obviously, you can also just, you know, finesse some of those in there. This is a very good suit for just busting pilots from being inside the spots you don't want them to be. But yeah, even with that, us just horsing around, we're already at half. Not too bad. But overall, I like this suit. It feels like it's very solid. And I'm gonna talk about something a little bit more after we're done with the match here. But we did get one match that we did win. I will tell you what, tonight I got beat up really bad. Unfortunately, Gus got bumped down to A flat in the process of us trying to get a win in this bad boy. And I wouldn't say it's really the fault of the suit. Because I think this is something that I probably would feel would be like a safer thing to run. At least for me. But we're gonna get into all that once we finish looking at the match that's gonna come up right around here. It is technically officially Shady's birthday today.
Requesting mobile suit team to move out.
Alright, button. Is it this? Yeah. Hey, birthday.
Happy birthday, congratulations. Happy birthday, with salutations.
Mission start.
Happy birthday, may the stars
You guys can go ahead. Waiting. And, oh god. Happy birthday, Shady. Ooh. I need to hit the button for the music. It's not there. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna be doing some. Oh yeah, I forgot. We aren't gonna be doing any Final Fantasy tomorrow because I am gonna be screwing around for his birthday stream later.
Minor damage detected.
Brother, they just hit me in the butt. No. Yeah, that 450 tick. Like, there's a good 100 jump for putting on that part, which isn't bad, but like it's not super necessary. That lasts so long. No, come on. No.
Enemy mobile suit. Enemy mobile suit destroyed.
Out of here. I feel like most Gatling weapons wish they worked that way.
I'm reading significant damage. Take defense.
Holy hell.
An ally has destroyed.
Yeah, I love to actually get some stuff on that dude, but everyone keeps running away from me. So like,
Special.
my fucking mode is like super late now. I don't know if that's really gonna counteract it or
Beacon
not.
captured.
Oh, it is.
Units
It's
under
actually
repair.
outpacing it. Instead of you. You guys, where's you guys shitting me? Where are you going? Where? Did that not heal him too? Because that was my awakening. That's a little weird. He must have maybe either got hit or just wasn't close enough. That might actually be what's wrong then. The awakening is actually not doing the heal.
An ally has
This part's working as intended.
Supporting fire incoming. Evacuate the target area.
This guy fucking hugging the area here.
An ally has long-range supporting fire incoming. Supporting fire. An allied unit's been destroyed. I don't think that supporting fire did much. Your mobile suit is toast. Eject if you can.
Oh boy.
Your mobile suit has been...
No, I can get up. Fuck.
An allied unit's been destroyed.
Oh, speaking of Sophie, I saw that somebody got
Sortie.
Sophie Mario Party the other day. Are we mostly just gonna be doing Mario Kart still? Because she was supposed to be our third and we didn't get a fourth.
Welcome back.
I guess it also depends on if it was a digital code or... Because even that one had to still be confirmed.
Minor damage detected.
Depending. Sometimes it's really fast and other times it's not.
Allied unit's been destroyed.
Especially since it was like the other day ago.
Mobile suit. I'm reading significant damage. Take
Lord, dude.
your mobile suit is toast. Allied units.
It almost feels like popping the road. I'd appreciate it.
Mobile suit has been destroyed. We've got the advantage, huh? An allied unit's been destroyed.
Yeah.
Support.
Well, the big thing right now is that we're going to be getting that new Mario Party pretty soon. So, like, anyone who was thinking about biting the bullet eventually is not going to do it. Because now they have a new excuse, right? It's like, oh, but a new one's coming out. And then they proceed to not buy the new one either. Because it's Mario Party and no one likes getting work for half an hour. Bro, how did that actually block that? Are you kidding me? I don't know if I killed him. The two got him. I guess he did, because that other one wasn't anything. Watch him still be in there.
2 minutes remaining. Bases are now more valuable for this mission.
Oh, Lord.
An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit.
Oh my god, you're not helping!
An allied unit's been destroyed. Enemy mobile suit destroyed. An allied unit's been destroyed. This in the bag. Minor damage detected.
Oh, I gotta hit him, please.
I'm reading significant
You're not
damage.
hitting him.
Action. An ally has destroyed an enemy mobile suit. An allied unit's been destroyed.
I don't know if that actually helped you or not. But they're all dropping here.
Your unit's under repair. Suit is toast. Eject if you can. An ally has... Your mobile suit has been destroyed.
Oh my god.
run out. Nice work.
Yeah, it could have been, which is weird, right? Because they gave Mario Kart the treatment for that for like years, literally years, until they finally wrapped up those maps. So it's a weird take from them, for sure. I don't know, maybe they just felt like they learned better. But we finally got our win in this stupid thing. Oh my god, we got beat up really bad today. But we're gonna have to go get beat up bad on another account anyway. That's gonna have to be our recording for the match. So that was our match in the Full Armor Unicorn. Like I was saying before, I feel like this suit has a lot of good answers that don't really line up super well with each other. And in the heat of it, when you're running into a lot of suits that have a lot of just excuses, right? They have, you know, eye fields on their shields like you do. They have a bunch of MA and very high reactability. They have all this other damage control and blah 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 that these practice suits just don't have to really show you what kind of accumulation and stuff that you're going to be dealing with out there. A lot of what could have made this a really busted and fucked up suit kind of goes away. And I'm assuming that they were kind of hoping that it was just going to be the case, and it's not like this doesn't do a lot of work, but it does need some frontliners, because at the end of the day, the way that this behaves caters a lot better to having that kind of relationship that you would have as a support to your generals, as opposed to it being a general and being expected to be up there and doing all this shit. Can it handle it? Yes. Will you probably have to handle it? Absolutely. You know, it'll probably be normalized and yada yada. But like, you know, cross your fingers a little bit that you have a Sinanji or something else that's just willing to throw itself out there. Because real talk, I was doing a match on my other account. Sinanji, not bad. The adjustments that they did to some of the other suits that are level boosted, pretty good, including the O, which already pretty thick. They gave it flight control, among other things, so it's even more reactive and able to just kind of like get itself out of situations that it couldn't before. So like I was saying before, melee heavier suits that still have a decent amount of lead in that it can just, you know, close the gap, have a lot of damage control and a lot of things to resist the junk that this is throwing out. They are gonna be out there. They are gonna be gunning for you, and they're gonna be knocking your shit over. So keep that in mind, and if you didn't get this and you want to deal with this, you know, don't be afraid to try to get into those suits. Because this is here, don't think that it's not worth running a support, obviously, for the ODL among just the raw output against these, because even with those eye fields and all that other junk, stuff like the Kshatriya, things like the usual supports at that cost are still slapping these motherfuckers for a decent amount. So keep it in mind. I feel really bad for raids right now, because even though they do have some very aggressive options that can keep these guys on their toes, the second they get stopped, more so than even before, they are getting punished hard, because you legit just get, you know, knocked down. You throw these bad boys out, maybe barf out the missiles, and you're doing a good chunk one way or the other. You know, the knockdown punishes on these guys, and just if you get kited too much, it's very noticeable. But that is kind of the long and short of it. It's going to be very interesting to see how this fares going forward, as people maybe bust out some more aggressive, like melee heavy suits, if they figure out some other stuff with other suits. Because, like, you know, Moon Gundam, you still have the melee based Tafas to throw out that don't really get affected by the eye fields or anything like that. So you do have options to keep these guys boosting, because the more they have to boost and move around, the less damage they're actually doing, because they can't move and fire much outside of this. So they have to be neutral. They have to be, you know, on their feet in order to do most of this stuff. But until next time, this will be Gustav the 13th. Good luck if you spin for this, and I'll talk to you all in the next video.